Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about being more respectful. Are you ready? Let's get started. Today, the fourth in a series of 8 videos based on a blog post I wrote entitled 8 Ways to Be a Better Employee in 2018. It applies to any year, and it applies to both us as employees and as leaders. And so whether you want to leave your leader hat on now or you want to put on your employee hat, it doesn't really matter. You've got both hats. So let's move on. Here is today's idea. Be more respectful and less judgmental. Now, I know the title said being more respectful, and I know that there's a lot of conversation in the media these days about respect and people showing more respect or not showing respect and all of those things. But really, I want to talk today more about the second half of my point, being less judgmental. Because I believe that when we are less judgmental, we will actually be more respectful. So I'm going to focus on the back half more than the first half, so let's do that. So what does it mean to be less judgmental? Well, what that means is when we are judging, we are prejudging, or we are over-judging, or we're using a limited amount of data to make a decision. And so I'm suggesting that we need to be less judgmental. And I'm not just talking about being judgmental based on people's culture or their age, because they're millennials or they're baby boomers, or not just because they're from here or they're from there or they speak with this accent. I'm also talking about people's communication style or leadership style or or political affiliation or anything at all. I'm suggesting that we do less judging ahead, judging period, be less judgmental. And that really leads to stop labeling people. So lots of things we do to label people that you wouldn't have before right now thought of as judgment, and yet that's what it is when you say someone's a slacker, or you say someone's a rock star, or you say someone's always late, or you say someone's, well, you know that person. The minute that you say you know that person, you're labeling them in some way, shape, or form. And we've got to be very careful about that because, just think about it this way, right? If someone's labeling you, do you feel respected? No. I suppose if it's a positive one, then perhaps, but fundamentally, most of the time, it's now about the label and not about the person. So let's stop the labeling. Let's stop assuming the worst. There's lots of times when we're in a communication and we just sort of we devolve to the least common denominator, we assume the worst in what they're saying, and that's not really what we want to do, is it? That's not helping us or them. What I'm really saying then is to give people a chance. Give people a chance based on what their current behavior is, to work with them based on that, to be respectful for who they are, even if maybe they did something that wasn't perfect. There's a difference between what they did and who they are, and we can respect them and try hard not to judge them. And if we focus on the work, we'll have a better chance of success, won't we? See, being judgmental is the human condition. It's very hard for us not to do it. But I'm suggesting that if we can move in that direction, if we can move in the direction of being less judgmental and more respectful, that we'll get better results for ourselves, for our teams, and for everyone all around us. Let me close with today's tweet. If you want better results and greater harmony at work, be more respectful and less judgmental. Yep, every week there's a video right here, and every week there's a new podcast. It's the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. If you're not aware, now you are. And you can subscribe from right here to get linked in and up to date with what we're doing there, and you can join us as I have a conversation with a smart leadership expert every week. Hope you'll join us there, and hope you'll come back here for another episode of Remarkable TV.